this the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
And we don't play it, and people ain't in positions. But that happens in all businesses.
Right.
Word is on the street that Monique and Katt Williams are cooking something together, and apparently, it may expose the shady side of the comedy world. No one expected these two teaming up, but looks like Katt's recent appearance at Club Shay and his explosive tea on some prominent comedians was just the start. He bared the shadiest secrets and exposed some comedians in a bad light, calling out Steve Harvey for being a thief, hating on Bernie Mac, and claiming Steve basically sold his soul for cash. And the whole comedy world is just as rotten as the Family Feud host.
You telling this man you stole that, all so he could get his name in the same sentence.
Katt even shared the previously unknown reasons on why he turned down a role in the original Kings of Comedy, exposing Steve's nasty side and attempts to sabotage his fellow comedians. He also dragged Cedric, The Entertainment, and Ricky Smiles' names along the way. According to Katt, for 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. All of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth. It looks like after these explosions, Monique decided to join the roast. This lady was expressing her distaste for Steve's complacency with the industry and his blackballing of comedians long before Katt's interview. She spilled the truth during an interview on Harvey Steve's talk show, saying she felt betrayed when Steve criticized her publicly without clearing the air with her first.
So we've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud.
Remember that Netflix boycott drama? Monique was beefing with the company, saying they offered her panties on $1 for her comedy special, why her wild or male colleagues received way more than her. She aired her grievances at Steve's show, hoping to see some support from her black brother. But Steve didn't seem to have it. Instead, he just straight up admitted that his love for the green is more significant than any ounce of integrity he might have left.
Tell the truth. You have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
He's ready to turn a blind eye to friends' struggles and even used his family's well-being as an example. Why is he being so sly and vile and tries to protect his coins no matter what? If I crumble, my children crumble. My grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so that I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way. Monique, after her site, Down with Steve, spilled more details, revealing that a lot got chopped from their conversation. However, what made the final cut was already enough to catapult Harvey to the sea of backlash. His words about choosing money over integrity raised serious questions about his moral compass. Katt Williams seemingly brought that up again when he hinted about getting paid to keep quiet on certain things. Well, it seems like Steve is playing that game too.
Flexing, we gotta flex a different way. We out here in a game, this the money game.
After his clash with Monique, Steve regretfully admitted he needs to watch his mouth and take responsibility for what he said. I take full responsibility for it. It came out my mouth, so I can't say that I didn't say it. But to people that really know me, I have lived my whole life as a man of integrity. You see, unlike Steve, who's thinking about placing more cash into his own pockets, Monique and Katt know the struggle, fearing loss, and just accepting what's thrown at you if you're not ready to compromise. As the Academy Award actress claimed, she was thinking about the next generation of black girls and how they're going to survive in the industry.
I understand the game. However, what I can't let you do is go out and speak things that you know not to be true.
Monique was beaten by the industry pretty hard, and her standing up for her moral principles cost her a lot. Even being under the pressure of the biggest titans in Hollywood, she was true to her word, and fans praise her for being so strong and brave. As one person commented, Monique talked about the dirt in Hollywood years ago. And another user added, 2024, the year of truth be told, got my popcorn ready, the shady side of Hollywood. Monique spilled the tea on her clashes with many industry celebs, including Oprah, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, and Whoopi Goldberg. She was calling them all the slaves for their desire to betray their principles and other black artists.
Well, I told the truth. And what happens is we're now in a society that the truth is offensive.
As the comedian stated, a lot of colleagues live in constant fear of being blackballed, and that's why they try to push the same narrative on so-called problematic celebs like herself and Katt Williams. When her beef with Whoopi over working for free reached the public attention, Monique stated that her sister was living in constant fear. According to Monique, her fellow celeb tried to teach her how to navigate the tough industry waves without rocking the boat. What I was saying was, as she was looking into my eyes and she said to me, "It's your husband, you gotta get rid of your husband." Monique claimed that after the show, she went to Whoopi's dressing room and Whoopi urged her to move on with her life and career and accept the games they all playing. But Monique had a different perspective, and this was the moment when she realized how sick Hollywood is and that people only cared about money. And guess what? Katt Williams joined this expose party on Club Shay, calling out several other comedy sellouts. He didn't spare Cedric, the entertainer, describing him as another plagiarist and thief.
TV in 2018, you came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019, and then did it on the Kings of Comedy.
According to Williams, Cedric stole his jokes, and he wasn't having it. Williams revealed that this has been quite a pattern in the comedy world, when comedians felt free to plagiarize the work of others. He thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know. The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on Bet's Comic View twice. Williams didn't stop with roasting just a few names. He's coming after the most renowned and reputable comedians, exposing their lies and dirty games. At the very start of his conversation with Shannon Sharpie, he boldly claimed that this year is going to be full of explosive surprises for many liars. And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. Williams himself proudly declared that he walked away from 50 million offers 4 times in his career to protect his integrity. Now that's a man who knows his worth and won't compromise for anyone.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity.
Katt boldly claimed that he's witnessed individuals pulling the strings, controlling who gets access to opportunities. And folks, he didn't hold back. Remember when he pointed fingers at Tiffany Haddish and the supposed path she took to raise to the peak of stardom? But that's not all. Katt spilled the tea about a tense encounter with none other than Martin Lawrence. Apparently, Martin tried to force Katt to dance to the industry's tune and asked him to wear a dress for a movie role. Katt said he got an offer for Big Mama's house too. But the catch was, he had to dress up as a woman. And you know what he replied when Williams firmly said no to such an insulting offer? Well, you're missing out on a big opportunity. You could be a star. Just like Monique, Williams is not afraid to speak his mind and stand up for what he believes in, even if it means losing big fandom or big money. He said that he is proud of who he is and what he does, and he will never compromise his integrity for fame or fortune.
Because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
While these both comedian acknowledge that not every person in Tinseltown is selling out, there seems to be a troubling pattern that some comedy world titans try to impose on others. According to Katt, it's all about making black men look like clowns, taking away their masculinity, power, and identity. And at the same time, Monique stands for her black sisters who are not getting enough respect and fair payment for their hard work. If these two are doing any joint interview anytime soon, folks, it may crash the whole internet and become the next viral thing people will be speaking about for months. As insiders claim, it may be the case quite soon.
Well, what do you think the next generation's gonna get? If we too afraid to say anything to them right now, what do you think it's gonna be for the next one?
So, when it comes to Hollywood elites and their shady ways, Katt Williams has been on the front line calling them out left and right. Now with Monique by his side, he's going to keep this big reveal show going on to much entertainment of their numerous fans. As one person commented, Katt Williams is not part of the conspiracy, he's part of the truth and facts. And another user added, "The truth hurts. This stuff has been going on for years and ain't stopping. Hollywood owns your soul for the money. They control people with it. Now, with 2 allegedly teaming up, it's just a matter of time before more wild stories and crazy rituals will surface." But folks, what do you think about all this? Will Hollywood be rocked once again by the exposing revelations of these two? And do you think that Katt and Monique's truth will cure all the darkness in the comedy industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to check my other videos.